We do completely voluntary work with the chimpanzees. They can choose to come and participate in the research or not, and it's not harmful at all to the chimpanzees, so it's non-invasive is what we call this research. And what I was exploring on the island, one thing I was exploring was social curiosity. So their natural drive to gain new information about the social world. So I created kind of a new method to test their curiosity. I created what I called curiosity boxes. So these are wooden boxes with wooden doors with a handle that slide up. And so the chimpanzees could grab the handle and slide the door up to look inside the boxes. So we put 2 of these boxes on either side of the enclosure. So chimpanzees could choose to go to one and open one, or choose to go to the other box and open that one and look inside. And inside we had tablets with videos playing on them of their group mates. So they saw different videos of their group mates. And in this way we could compare whether they're more curious about some videos over other videos. So in the first study, for example, we had videos of social interactions. So their group mates actually interacting, they're playing or grooming or having conflicts. And in the other box, there's videos just of a single individual on its own. And we found that chimpanzees were significantly more curious about these social interactions than about the videos of the chimpanzees on their own. And I'm doing this work comparatively to compare how chimpanzees are curious about their social world with how human kids are curious about their social world. So I did the same study with kids here in the Bay Area, and I found the same thing. I found that kids are significantly more curious about social interactions than they are about videos of a single individual on its own. So in this way, by comparing chimpanzees and kids, I could tell that they have similar, their social curiosity is kind of shaped in similar ways, that both kids and chimpanzees are more curious about social interactions. So this is the type of research that I was doing on the island. So I've always been obsessed with animals, and from a very early age, I was really curious about the bugs and slugs and snakes and mice that I saw in my yard and around me. And I was just curious about what these animals were doing, what they were thinking, the different behaviors that they, did on a daily basis. So I knew from a very young age that I was really obsessed with animals, and I'm grateful that I had parents and a community that really supported this passion of mine. So I started studying animals and loving learning about biology in school. And then I had a really wonderful opportunity when I was in college at Duke University. I had a wonderful opportunity to study chimpanzees when I was 19. And I remember so specifically the first time. It took a lot of training, a lot of prep, a lot of safety information before I could actually get anywhere near the chimpanzees. But I remember the first time that I was close enough. We were in different rooms, but I was close enough to really look in these chimpanzees' eyes. And I was so struck by what I saw there, that these animals are really intelligent. They, have eyes that are so similar to our own human eyes. You can tell there's a lot of thoughts going on in their mind often. And at the same time, it was hard for me to read some of their thoughts as well. So I was really intrigued. What are they thinking? Do they think like me? Do they have different thoughts, from the ones that I have? So I remember this moment so specifically of looking in these chimps' eyes and just being blown away by what was staring back at me and wondering so deeply about what they were thinking. So from then on, I realized I wanted to try and study what chimpanzees think about and whether they think in similar ways or different ways to us humans. So I've been studying them ever since.